News, the Christie Clinic Illinois Marathon is this weekend. See how runners in campus prepare for another marathon.
Also, University of Illinois students and organizations are trying to encourage others to be more environmentally aware.
And we'll tell you about the high pollen count this allergy season. UI7 News starts now.
From the Richmond Journalism Teaching Studio on the University of Illinois campus, UI7 News, your U of I news source.
Good evening, I'm Haley Lockwood.
And I'm Stephen McCrae. The Christie Clinic Illinois Marathon will kick off Saturday morning, but the schedule of events starts today.
The 2,000 participants can pick up their registration packets at the Activities and Recreation Center in Champaign today until 9 o'clock. Pickup times resume tomorrow at 9 until 7 p.m. On Saturday, opening festivities begin at 6:30 a.m. and the half marathon, and relay begin at 7 a.m. We'll check the marathon weather in a few minutes. For more information, check out www.illinoismarathon.com. Beginning today, Illinois Marathon participants are able to pick up their packets. Included in the packets are the runner's bib number, a tracker so runners know the time they started and finished in the race, a shirt, as well as a variety of other things. If you need to pick up your packet, you can go to the Activities and Recreation Center until 9 p.m. and tomorrow from 9 a.m. until 7 p.m. First-time Illinois Marathon runner Eric McHenry looks forward to the unique marathon course.
Really, it's just a different setting. That's kind of what really is why I like it, and also with the finish line being with the stadium. That's kind of the two that I really like the most about it.
No packets will be handed out on the day of the race. The Christie Clinic Illinois Marathon kicks off with the 5K this Friday evening.
It's the 6th annual race, but for some, it's been the toughest to plan. UI7 reporter Madeline Rose has more.
Thanks, guys. Champaign, Urbana, the university, and local businesses have all pitched in to make the marathon possible. It's been a tough few months of planning for the community and for the runners, but it's all coming together this weekend.
The Christie Clinic Illinois Marathon attracts runners from across the globe, with almost 20,000 people participating this year. Runner Mark Palmer says what attracts so many people is the community supporting the race.
People just stepping out into their front yard and setting up a table and chairs, or making some homemade signs, or some kids handing out free lemonade and so forth. So it really has a unique community setting to this race.
It takes a village, or two, to accommodate an event of this size, plus months of planning. Every year, Palmer plans a 10 to 12 week training program leading up to the marathon. This year, he ran into a roadblock.
The day to check your bid number, I got a no results found.
Luckily for Palmer, there are still spots available. The race itself has also had some literal roadblocks removed in the final days before the race. The university was fixing potholes up until Wednesday on First Street. Marathon co-director Jan Seeley says the winter has been problematic for roads and runners.
Yeah, this year has been the most challenging for us because we had such a harsh winter, so the roads were especially beat up. As far as the runners go, a lot of people changing to shorter distances because their training was impacted by the winter.
Coordinators planned a suggested route for those who need to get around the race.
Signs are already popping up along the course of the race, letting residents know that they'll have to find a different place to park come Saturday.
Volunteers put up 600 signs Wednesday to make sure the community is ready. Like the marathon coordinators have been doing for months, Palmer is planning to think on his feet.
This year I'm going to try something new and different by tweeting the entire time I run.
You can follow Palmer at Palmer Law. Madeline Rose, UI7 News.
With summer approaching, more people are going to travel and go on vacations, but can they afford it? Last week, the national average for gasoline rose to 2.3 cents, making gas $3.63 per gallon. In some areas around Champaign County, gas has already reached $3.78. According to the American Automobile Association, there are many factors for higher prices, including lower gas inventories. Another factor could be the current Ukraine-Russian crisis, which would threaten shipments of Russian oil to Western Europe, affecting global prices.
Going green may be a trend, but becoming more sustainable lasts forever. The university is the university is putting its mission to be more earth-friendly into overdrive for Earth Week this year. We're starting with transportation that only has 2 wheels. UI7's Jasmine Wright has the story.
The National Household Travel Survey reported about 4 billion trips were made by bicycles in 2009. The need for a bike census is necessary to see how many students in Champaign-Urbana are choosing bikes over cars. Yesterday, the Facilities and Services Department teamed up with the Champaign County Bikes to count every bicycle on campus.
On rack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This data will tell the university how many future bike racks and funding are needed. Volunteer and Urbana resident Amelia Neptune thinks that this is a priority for U of I.
There are a lot of different things that could be done to improve biking on this campus, and so my hope is that this is sort of the first step in convincing the administration that it's worthwhile to invest.
The university aims to put more focus on bikes. Neptune, who has a background in sustainability, says being bike-focused doesn't mean cars aren't allowed.
I think it really means having a cultural shift where everyone respects bicycles as a form of transportation and bikes know how to move around safely and follow the law.
Other than providing exercise, bikes reduce your carbon footprint, are better for the roads and the environment. All you gotta do is move your feet. President of Champaign County Bikes, Jeff Yaki, says the university being bike-friendly will be good for students even after college.
And maybe they can think about a lifestyle that doesn't involve a car. They can get around on public transportation, rent a car when needed, and have a bike for all those in-between trips. And so when they start living that kind of way on campus, it makes an easy transition later in life.
Neptune is looking forward to a future that is filled with more bikes.
I'm really excited that more and more people here in Champaign-Urbana and all around the country are riding bikes more often. It's great not only for the individuals who are deciding to ride, but also for the larger community.
The Champaign-Urbana Bike Month starts May 1st. To learn more, go to www.cubike.org. In Urbana, I'm Jasmine Wright, UI7 News.
Many people on the U of I campus are promoting sustainability by biking to class, home, and work. Student groups are providing tasty and quick services without pumping the brakes. UI7's Bria Perdaman has more.
Come fix your bikes and get smoothies.
UIUC Students for Environmental Concerns is teaming up with BikeFace for bike tune-ups and blend-ups. SECS built a bike blender for students to create a smoothie with their legs. All ingredients are locally grown.
$2 for a smoothie.
Students write a pledge about how they'll make a change for Earth Week. Some are starting with their wheels.
It's not uncommon for your bike to experience some wear and tear, but you can bring it into the bike tune-up, get it checked out, and leave feeling like you have a new ride.
U of I junior Laura Wolfe feels the inexpensive tune-up is just what she needed.
It's a good way to promote riding your bike on campus and like getting tune-ups for just a good donation. That's really nice because I don't know how to fix my bike and I don't really want to bring it in for like a professional fix-up.
BikeFace member Bryce Davis hopes students become more aware of the benefits of biking.
It's like about exposure mostly, that people learn more about BikeFace and SECS and their missions, and that also so people get some safer bikes and some tasty smoothies.
Some students only bike on occasion, but Wolfe thinks more people should make it a habit.
Bike riding is just really fun. It's a great way to stay fit. You go places faster. You don't have to rely on public transportation, which can be really faulty sometimes. So I think everyone should ride a bike.
All proceeds from the event go to BikeFace and SECS. In Urbana, I'm Bria Perdaman, UI7 News.
With spring season comes pollen season. Up next, we'll tell you the pollen count for this weekend.
And Alma came back a few weeks ago. See what new statue was being revealed in Champaign. We'll be back right after this break. A U of I sophomore in political science has been elected as the new student body president. He will oversee the Illinois Senate. The Bourbonnais native joins us today here in the studio, Mitch Dickey. How you doing, Mitch?
I am great, thank you. Very excited.
All right, just have a few questions, one of which, What's the top priority of yours as a new student body president?
Yeah, I think the top priority is definitely going to be, reaching out to the campus. I've heard a lot from the different campus leaders I've met with that we're kind of in our own little bubble. So I would definitely want to get out, talk to a lot of campus leaders, and show them that the Student Senate really can be a helping tool for them in getting their goals accomplished.
Mitch, do you think that tuition at the U of I is too high, and how do you think you can impact a change in tuition?
Yeah, I think tuition is definitely too high. We're one of the highest in the Big Ten for estimated cost of attendance. And one of the really simple things we're working on right now is like open textbook resources. So open licensed textbooks that have low costs for printing, and you don't have to pay like a third party for those. So we're working on kind of solving that right now as well to lower costs a little bit.
One question that I have is, what are some of the improvements that you all have on your agenda for next year? Coming up?
Yeah. So I mean, some of the things we want to do is really have like a weekly and bi-weekly meetings with all the committee chairmen. We really want to centralize our internal structure and then get a lot of like the campus leaders on like our committees and stuff like that, so that we're really talking with other people, and then we all together have a really good communication system set up between us, so we can be really efficient and effective in what we're trying to do.
Well, it sounds like you have a lot planned.
Yeah. There's a lot coming up. There's a lot of different things we can get done the coming year. I've been thinking about it for the last year or 2 years that I've been here. So there's a lot to come up.
Well, good luck and congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
And today we have a new statue commemorating the late Roger Ebert being unveiled outside the Virginia Theater here in Champaign.
1, 2, 3.
Ebert grew up in Urbana and attended the University of Illinois, receiving a degree in journalism. Residents around the Champaign-Urbana area remember him for his lasting contributions to the community, and sculptor Rick Harney designed the statue to depict Ebert sitting in a movie theater seat, giving his signature thumbs up. Donations for the statue came from many donors, including Ebert's wife, Shaz, the Alice and Jean Lamb Foundation, and even director Martin Scorsese. The hope is that the statue will serve as a reminder of Roger Ebert's legacy and keep his spirit alive beyond Ebertfest.
The 16th annual Ebert Fest is underway, and community members are becoming starstruck. Tuesday, actor Patton Oswalt hosted a free screening of The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3 at Follinger Auditorium. Today, festival goers have the chance to view Museum Hours, directed by Jim Cohen, Short Term 12 with actors Brie Larson and Keith Stanfield, and Young Adult with actor Patton Oswalt. Other guests this Ebert Fest include directors Spike Lee and Oliver Stone. Although festival passes for the event are sold out, you can still purchase tickets to see the individual movies on the Virginia Theater website. The University of Illinois is celebrating Earth Week, and throughout the week, students can participate to help Mother Earth and become more aware of our campus environment. Students for environmental concerns on CECS and other groups have had events running all week and will continue tonight with a benefit concert to Red Herring from 8 to 10 p.m. Also, Friday, there's a Build-A-Bike raffle at 5:45 p.m. where participants can win a bike built by SECS in the campus bike shop. Earth Week includes Saturday at Prosperity Gardens, where volunteers can help and work on one of Champaign's Urbana farms. It will run from 9:30 to 2 p.m.
The winter is finally looking like it's coming to a close here in the Champaign-Urbana area, but even with nice weather, there are some drawbacks. Statistics say 8% of Americans are affected by seasonal allergies. Localizing the story here in Urbana-Champaign, here's UI7's Kyle Breitbarth.
As we head into the spring season, although the weather begins to get nicer, for a lot of people comes back the familiar seasonal allergies. Whether you get stuffy noses, irritated eyes, or maybe even some congestion, allergies are something that a lot of people have to deal with.
Basically, when allergy season starts, it's just a lot harder to breathe. Nose gets really congested. And you're taking different, pills and stuff to make it feel better. It's kind of just makes me more drowsy too. So, kind of just got to fight through that and make sure you're on top of things.
Experts predict a harsh allergy season and pollen eruption for the spring season due to the harsh winter conditions in the past few months. Although pollen can be one of the major contributors to seasonal allergies here for students at the University of Illinois, there are a couple other things that can come along with the nicer weather that really can irritate the students.
So allergies have never really been a big problem for me, but when it starts getting warmer, bugs starting coming out, and I have to worry about bees. One time I got stung in the eye and it blew up like I got hit by a baseball, and it was really hard to see. So I always have to worry about that and stay away from them.
Everyone has been wishing for the warmer weather to come to the area, but with that comes some downfalls for those suffering from allergies.
Oh yeah, when it starts, it's nice having the sun out, but obviously struggling to breathe is also kind of a drawback of that time.
The nicer weather has finally arrived with temperatures in the 60s and 70s becoming consistent, but with that comes allergies. Looking at the pollen count in the Champaign area for Friday, it's a 5.5, and then look at Saturday with an 11.1 and Sunday with a 10.1, both of which are considered high pollen counts. Looks like the Sudafed and the Allegra will be coming off the shelves quickly. In Champaign-Urbana, I'm Kyle Breitbarth, UI7 News.
Nature enthusiasts rejoice because today is Arbor Day and a great day to find some shade beneath your favorite tree. Started in Nebraska in 1872, it's a chance for everyone to make sure they're taking proper care of their trees. The Arbor Day Foundation recommends planting a tree or simply gathering paper to recycle. But today can also be a day that allergy sufferers dread, especially due to the high pollen count occurring this spring. So grab your favorite book, a blanket, and enjoy Arbor Day with the trees. But don't forget that allergy medicine. I'm really glad that I'm not allergic to anything outside.
Yeah, I don't have any allergies or have to worry about pollen, but the thing to worry about sitting under that tree, the squirrels, because they will run up to you and they're relentless, some of them. After the break, we'll check on the weather for the upcoming weekend. Let's check in with UI7's Rachel Lloyd to find out what to expect this weekend.
So far, it's a pretty good day in Champaign-Urbana. We have clear skies and warm temperatures for spring. However, tonight we can expect to see some rain coming in. And I have good news for those running in the marathon this weekend. But first, let's take a look at the radar for the Midwest. As you can see, it's pretty clear right now in Champaign-Urbana, but coming in from the west, we have some showers. It's already in Iowa and in Missouri, and so we should expect to see that later on tonight. For our satellite and radar across the nation, you can see those low pressures, two low pressure systems actually coming in from the west as well. But if you look over to the Rocky Mountains, they have some high pressure systems. So they have some clear skies right now, and those clear skies will be hitting us again this weekend as well. All right, and now for temperatures across the map. Here in Champaign-Urbana, it's 71 degrees. If you're down in Miami, it's a great day to go to the beach. You have a high of 85 degrees. It's also a great day to be in LA. You have 72 degrees, pretty mild, great temps. But if you are in Minneapolis, Minnesota, you can expect a high of only 42 degrees. Next, we have temperatures in the Midwest region. As I said, it's 74 in Springfield, our state's capital. 55 in Madison, Wisconsin, 55 in Des Moines. Again, that's where that rain is hitting. And it's a warm 80 degrees in St. Louis, Missouri. And now for temperatures in central Illinois. Temperatures are pretty uniform throughout the state. Peoria has 71 degrees, Champaign-Urbana 73, but up in Kankakee, it's a cold 65 degrees. And for tonight, you can expect a low of 49 degrees. There's a 70% chance of rain. And you can expect winds to come southeast at 12 to 20 miles per hour and a gust of winds at about 28 miles per hour. For tomorrow, you can expect partly cloudy skies, but we'll have some sun again, maybe a possibility of AM showers, but a high of 72 degrees. Winds will be coming from the northwest at 13 to 18 miles per hour. Now let's take a look at our 5-day forecast. For those running in the marathon on Saturday, it'll be a great day. Sunny skies, a high of 74 degrees, and if you're not participating in the marathon, it'll be a great day to start planting those gardens. Sunday, temperatures will drop off slightly, high of 73 degrees, slight possibility of rain, but Monday and Tuesday the rain will definitely roll in and temperatures will drop off as well. So we'll have good weather on Saturday for the marathon, so that's some good news.
I hope so. I'm running in it. I hope no rain, no wind. It'd be perfect.
That's awesome, but if you guys have plans for Sunday, you might want to bring an umbrella just in case.
I'll remember that. Thank you, Rachel.
All right, now we have Nina Lasky here with sports.
Coming up in sports, the Illinois baseball and men's tennis team are in action.
Wrigley Field celebrated its 100th year. The Hawks evened the series with the Blues, and the Bulls look to avenge losing the first 2 games at home to the Wizards.
Fumbled it, recovers. They swing it. 3-point attempt.
The Illinois baseball team took part in the bragging rights game against Missouri last night at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. The Illini were on a 4-game winning streak heading into this game. Even though the Tigers only had 5 hits and 2 of their runs were unearned, Missouri took down the Illini 5-2. Dylan Kelly was a start for Missouri, going 2 for 4, scoring 2 runs and driving 2 runners in. The Illini were led by Ryan Roper, who was 2 for 3 with 1 run batted in. The Illini will host the Indiana Hoosiers this weekend for a 3-game set at Illinois Field starting Friday night at 6. The regular season is over for the Illinois men's tennis team. The Illini finished the year on a season-high 7-match win streak. This is the longest win streak for the Orange and Blue in the last 5 years. Illinois earned the number 2 seed for the Big Ten tournament, holding a 9-2 record. Their only 2 losses came to regular season champions Ohio State and Penn State. Illinois will begin its quest for a Big Ten championship when it takes on the winner of the 7-10 matchup between Minnesota and Indiana. It was a grand birthday celebration on Wednesday for the Chicago Cubs as they celebrated their 100th anniversary. Wrigley's first game in 1914 was the Chicago Federals versus the Kansas City Packers. Cubs legends Ernie Banks, Billy Williams, Ferguson Jenkins, and Andre Dawson were in attendance at the pregame ceremony before the Cubs played against the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Cubs and Diamondbacks wore replica uniforms that were worn in the 1914 game. The Cubs gave up 5 runs in the 9th inning to lose 7-5, snapping their 2-game winning streak, their longest of the season. The Chicago Blackhawks got their momentum back in Game 4 against the St. Louis Blues at the United Center. The Hawks blew a 2-goal lead, which forced them into overtime. Patrick Kane, who was out in regular season due to a knee injury, scored twice, added an assist, and put in the game winner against goalie Ryan Miller over his right shoulder. The Blues are now in a dangerous position with a tied record with the Blackhawks, both with a 2-game victory. The Blues are back at Scottrade Center for Game 5 on Friday at 7 p.m. Central Time. The Chicago Bulls are not off to the start they wanted here in the 2014 NBA playoffs. As the Chicago Bulls are in the first round of the playoffs against the Washington Wizards, they have struggled to put away the Wizards late in games when holding a lead. The Bulls need a player on the offensive end to step up, or else it can be an early exit in the playoffs for the Bulls this season, who lack the offensive firepower. The Bulls will travel to the nation's capital to take on the Wizards Friday night, 7 p.m. Central Time. With the Bulls losing the past 2 games, do you think they have a chance to come back and win?
I hope we can, bounce back and everyone will work well, and we'll right the ship. That's what I want to say. We'll right the ship. Thanks, Nia.
If you're still making excuses not to work out, here's some motivation to get you off the couch. That's part of tonight's Health Minute.
Jennifer White works out 5 days a week now that her 4 children are in school. But 9 years ago, that certainly wasn't the case.
I didn't have energy to keep up with my kids.
She learned that regular physical activity actually energized her. Now Jennifer treats her workouts like any other appointment. But this busy mom says it used to be easy to find an excuse not to break a sweat. Sound familiar? Well, here are a few ways to change your thinking.
I'm too tired from work.
Exercising in the morning is a great option for somebody that is going to get home and be too tired from work. Gets it out of the way early and you're done for the day.
What about blaming it on Mother Nature?
It's too hot outside or sometimes too cold outside.
You don't have to go anywhere. You can use an exercise DVD. You can get dumbbells or resistance ball to use at home.
And what some may consider the old standby.
I just don't have time.
Try to schedule your workout in your phone or in your planner. It's just as important as a doctor's appointment.
For Jennifer, this approach has worked.
I have a lot more energy than I ever did.
Energy to use with her family. For today's Health Minute, I'm Holly Furfer.
Haley, are you excited about the marathon this weekend?
I am. I'm a little nervous, but hopefully it goes good. Usually, mile 11, 12, 13 are a little tough after that many, but...
Good luck. I'm sure you'll do fine.
Thank you.
And don't forget to pick up your packet. Don't forget that.
I need to. I still haven't done that.
It's needed.
The packet's important.
It is, but thank you for joining us. That's tonight's edition of UI7 News.